Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing. It's precision crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
More talking real money time for you right now. You can call us to talk about the real money issues that are really important to you, that are meaningful to you, that could help you enjoy a better future, where you might have made a mistake or you think you're absolutely brilliant. Give us a call, 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. Just wanted to, in the last hour, we had a call from a gentleman by the name of Matt who says there are stock pickers who beat the market. And we're not arguing that. Yes, there are. Yes, there are. But he named one of those. Guy by the name of Warren Buffett.
Might have heard of him. Had a pretty good track record for a long time running a thing called Berkshire Hathaway. Yes.
But now you got to bear in mind, Berkshire Hathaway is basically a stock that's an actively managed mutual fund. They buy stocks. They try to pick the best ones.
And they have certain other advantages. They can buy things and they can get involved in the management, which I don't think you can owning a mutual fund or buying a stock generally, unless you got a whole lot of money.
Let's talk about long-term performance, shall we?
Okay.
15 years, according to Morningstar.
Through the end of last year?
This is as of Friday.
Wow, you are really up to date. Okay.
I am up to date.
All right.
The average annual return for Berkshire Hathaway over the past 15 years, ending Friday, 9.57%. Okay,
I have no idea how that compares to anything.
I'm
so
going to compare it.
Please
Let's compare that to the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, which is the U.S. Total Stock Market.
Not the Vanguard Total World Stock Index, which is not been available.
Total Stock Market. Yeah. I'm trying to do, I need a 15-year comparison.
Yep.
This has been around for 15.
This is mainly large U.S. companies in that one.
Yeah,
mainly.
but it does have
smaller,
small. And,
a little bit.
It's the whole market.
Okay.
Average annual return over the last 15 years. 9.99%.
0.5% a year better roughly using the index fund.
Right. And you don't have to deal with, you have more diversification, far more diversification.
Way more, yeah, that's true.
Less volatility.
One would think. Is that true? Standard deviation is lower?
I need to look up the standard deviation.
And what about 2008? How did each one of those? Because I bet you the Vanguard Total U.S. lost, 25? 45, 50%. Bill saying 45. I mean, it was
That's
a very
about right for
year.
the total market. I don't have Berkshire's 08. I'd have to look it up.
Okay, but the bottom line is over 15 years, and I know, by the way, if you go back to when Buffett started, he had a ridiculously great track record for many, many years where he easily beat the benchmark. One of the problems is as you get bigger, it gets harder to do, and he said that himself. You end up...
And you always have to... You can't assume that everything is due to brilliance. Half the time. See, actually, half of actively managed managers should win. Just
by
based
flip
on
of the coin.
Random chance.
Yeah, that's true.
The reality is that, a lot of people are going to do really well because they just got lucky. You have to factor out luck. And when you do, you find that actively managing money is a foolish, foolish thing for you to do. 855-935-8255 is our number. Let's go to Cameron. Welcome to the show, Cameron.
Hey, Cameron, how can we help you?
Hi. I'm 66 and I'm nearing retirement. I work for a city, and so I have the MEBT program, the Municipal Employees Benefit Trust Program.
Yes.
And I was told by my CPA to, because of the new tax laws that will be changing in 2019 for 2018, to take every monthly or every paycheck I get from the city and put it into a 401 that's offered by the city. So I just feel a little bit nervous about that.
Wait, I'm trying to understand what your CPA is telling. Well, first of all, you can only save up, as you may know, to $24,500 a year. So that there's no way around that.
Right, and I understand that. But she said because we'll be going over the $104,000 mark, that the tax rate will go up to 23%. So it jumps from 12% to 23%. And I said, well, how do I avoid
You getting this?
So,
I'm asking.
I think,
Dawn.
I think I might be. So what your CPA is telling you to do is to fund the 401k to reduce your
okay,
income.
you're pre-tax, so you'll be reducing how much your income is.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
is that a good idea, though?
Sure.
Do you
Yes.
think? I mean, is 401 safe?
Well, I mean, it's as safe as the things you've invested it in.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean-
the key
I
is
mean-
finding good investments.
Yeah, what's your stock to bond ratio? What kind of mutual funds? That is always the devil's in the details there, because you'd have to look at the funds. Is it safe? Is the money going to disappear? No, the money is not going to disappear. The money will go up and down because as stock markets go up and down, it will fluctuate. But safety means a lot of different things. When you say safety to me, it sounds like you're saying, well, is somebody going to come in and take it, or is it going to disappear? That is not going to happen. What is going to happen is it's going to fluctuate. So I think that's very good advice. You're reducing your taxable income.
Yep.
You're setting aside for the future, which is coming relatively quickly at 66. I think that's pretty sound advice from your CPA.
Thanks, Cameron. We appreciate the call. 855-935-TALK is our number. 855-935-8255. Give us a call. We want to talk about the things that matter in your life, the money matters that really make a difference.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
We mention 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255 throughout the podcast. But you need to know that you can call that number 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Leave your question, and those will be answered in special Talking Real Money podcasts that will appear on this particular site in the future. So give us a call, 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
It's important that you understand there are anecdotes and there is evidence. And I've known a lot of folks with great anecdotes. You know, I had a friend who claimed he was a successful day trader up until he lost everything. Now, I'm not sure when he was successful in there, but the anecdote was he was successful until he wasn't. So I don't believe anecdotes, but I do believe evidence.
Well,
and the
by the
evidence
way,
supports the things we talk about.
I wasn't going to go to this story, but now you reminded me. I met with somebody this week who started listening to you in the late 80s. That's the 1980s.
That's when I started.
Yeah. And went to retire meet recently, and so wanted a meeting, sat down. These are phenomenal people they're not spenders, and he's been a decent saver. But he told me that before he started listening to you, he was trading futures, and he had $10,000 that he turned into $40,000.
Yeah. Sounds like futures.
And the 40 went to 4,000 in like 2 days. I mean, it was bang, boom, was over. So anyway, I mean, so believe what you like.
You can be successful. I got to tell you, the last time I gambled, which was in Reno last summer, I made money. I was a successful gambler. I turned $20 into $120.
I thought you were going to say the last time was when you decided to go into business with me.
No, you do the math on that. That is, I was a successful trader.
True.
I mean, poker player for a few minutes, and then I quit and went to bed. Thought, hey, that's it. I won. I'm a winner now.
Yeah, there you go.
855-935-TALK is our phone number, and Ramona's now with us officially.
Hey,
Ramona, welcome.
Yeah, how we doing?
Hi, guys. I'm good. How are you?
Having fun. How can we help you?
Well, as a person who has never done any of this before or really paid attention to it, I have a pension in retirement with Western Conference that's been there for years, and I'm leaving that. Apparently, it sounds like I can't do anything to touch that and to pull it out and put it anywhere. But in my new job that I just started, the first will be my 90 days when I get a 401k.
Yay.
Okay, but to go back to the
The
previous,
crowd goes wild.
you're no longer with the previous employer?
The previous employer is a moot point. Don't.
Well, no, but I mean, she was saying she can't do anything with the money. Generally, when
Yeah,
you
it's
leave an employer, you can do something with the money. Generally.
But I think she was going to ask about her 401k.
Okay. So you want to know about your current 401k?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this stuff. I am 56 years old. I have really not done anything to save for myself for a future. I found out recently that pension might be around $300 to $400 a month, but they didn't tell me what the total on that. But right now, my focus is on this 401k that I'm going to have the option of. When they gave me the packet, there's a whole list of things that I can of choices. And I'm not sure if that's where it stops and I don't have a choice of investing anywhere else.
That's usually where it stops.
On the radio,
yeah. Let's
like
step.
you said on the radio earlier to someone else, I get it to the company matches up to 6%.
All right. That's a good match. So we're going to want to get that money at the very least, right?
Right, correct.
Okay.
So now, for someone like myself who doesn't know anything about investing, I had a woman at a gas pump one day recently say, invest in a general, you guys talked about it earlier, fund.
Well, I get all my investing knowledge from people at service stations, too, by the way. That's where I hang out on weekends to get my stock. Berkshire Hathaway? Is that what you were saying? Or what? No, come on.
I can't remember the name that she said. It was a general fund. She says, invest $135
Index
a month
fund?
for 5 years. Huh?
An index mutual fund?
It was mutual fund, general mutual fund.
Okay, listen. All right, this is you're okay. Number one, let's go back.
Weeds. We're in the weeds.
Yeah, let's go back. Number one, yes, and I have no idea about how much you're able to save, but you should be saving at least up to the 6% to get the free money. That's a no-brainer.
But her question is, what is she putting in with all these choices?
I'm getting to that. Okay, the only way we can
going slowly.
This is like a bad long marriage. The only way we can
divorce, whichever comes first.
Don't I get the weekend off from you? Anyway, the bigger point.
No.
The only way I know
Apparently
we could get you help otherwise would be for you to go to a website, right? Am I getting this right, dear? I want to make sure you're nodding your head. Okay, thank you.
You're doing a wonderful job
thank
here.
You. So you go to a website called 401411.com. 401411.com. And there's a button there that says Submit Plans.
Okay.
You send us your plan. We analyze all the funds that are in there, and we build an aggressive portfolio, we build a moderate portfolio, and we build a conservative portfolio. Then you just have to decide which portfolio. I mean, it might be moderate because you're 56 and you got to work a few more years.
But
that
if she takes the risk quiz, it could,
That's true.
It could be.
I'm trying to keep it simple, but it's 401411.com. This holds true for anybody listening. We look at all these plans. We look at a lot of plans every week. We've already put up like 100 plans on our website. But for you, you send us the plan. We'll analyze what you could invest in. We'll show you how to build those portfolios, and you don't have to worry about it.
It might already be there.
Yeah,
this
what's
is
the
going
firm?
to be really stupid, but I have to make my own plan and then submit it to you?
No.
Like
No.
Woman, Amy,
you send us that list.
Money.
No, just the
You
list
send us
of
that
the
list.
funds. Just a list of all the funds. What company do you work for? Big company, small company?
Yeah, Greyhound Van Lines. I work with Greyhound driving Bolt bus up the West Coast, up and down I-5 corridor.
Yeah, I don't think we've looked at that plan.
Let me look.
Yeah.
Let me look.
I've heard that's a very doggy plan, though. But I want to take another look at it. I'm sorry.
That
is that for the Greyhound?
That was so bad.
Pun intended.
It was. Trust me.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed now to be on the show.
His face is getting red right now.
I thought he was funnier than that, and apparently I've been wrong all these years.
This is one plan where you can clearly say the bite is worse than the bark, unquestionably.
It's getting worse. Thank you. Please send the plan in. Tom will do a better job of analyzing it than he will punifying it.
401411.com. Click on Submit Plans. Give us a list of the mutual funds you could invest in, and we will help you. Really. We really will.
It's free.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks,
That's very
Ramona. 855-935-TALK is our phone number. 855-935-8255. Those were really, truly two of the worst puns. I cannot believe you actually stretched that far. See, my filter would have kicked in at that point. And
that would have been
okay.
It?
There are puns, and then there are wait. Okay, wait. Oh, I got one. I got one.
Please.
Hey, if you think we're going to help you, you're barking up the wrong tree.
All right, I like that. Yeah, all right. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing,
Okay.
too.
So, but we'll be glad. We try to help by the way, there was another person that called us this week that we did do their plan a couple of years ago. Now they've got some more money. They want us to actually manage it for them. So we want to get you on the straight and narrow whenever it makes sense in your life. That's true.
We haven't talked really about the hat yet.
Oops, we're supposed to do that. We'll do that here in a couple of minutes.
We need to talk about the hat. We're trying to help people. That's what this show's all about. And I invented a really great way to help people. Stay tuned and we'll tell you what that is. 855-935-TALK is our number.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
If you need help allocating your retirement plan at work, you can get free help at 401-411.com. That's 401-411.com.
For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
Looks to me like 83 plans we have at 401-411.com.
Wow.
83 plans.
Just redid, someone just sent a Starbucks, so I just made a small change. That hasn't been up on the website yet, but if you work there, it will be there soon. They added a U.S. large cap value fund, so now they have a little more diversification that you can add at the Starbucks plan.
Gosh, that's so nice of them.
Scintillating.
Now you can hang out there even if you don't buy coffee. You can use the restroom.
Wait a minute.
You can diversify.
Stop. That has always been. I think Howard Schultz used to come on my show and say we were the third place. Work, home, third place. That
I'm just
is
saying
not
they made
a
it
change.
official.
Okay, I found that all silly, but okay. You could always go and sit there and not buy anything.
I would feel guilty. So I will buy
You
something.
do that at Chick-fil-A all the time.
I buy something every day.
Oh, do you? Okay.
I'll have you know.
Okay.
Every single day. Where do you think I went for lunch today?
Oh, I see. Okay, you got the cup.
Oh my God, it was packed. See,
Really?
I live in the
Saturday in
Orlando
the middle
area.
of the day. That's shocking.
No, Saturday,
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend,
good
number
point.
one tourist attraction
Good
in
point.
the world.
Well, how is it? Sunny, hot?
No, miserable. Oh, and I feel for tourists. Tomorrow and Monday,
What?
There's a tropical storm coming. 8 inches of rain.
No.
8 inches of rain. That will put a damper on your damper. Get it?
Got
on
it.
your vacation. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you with all the bad puns now.
I started this a little earlier. The Labor Department fiduciary rule has pretty much been killed.
Can I take a nap while you go ahead and talk about this? Because this is
still hanging in. But no, fiduciary is really important.
I know.
The SEC is trying to come up with a fiduciary rule. It's in the comment period now. But one of the things I noticed they mention is they have a problem with these brokers, and this is the majority of people who claim to be a fiduciary. People who claim to be acting in your best interests in the financial industry are actually what are called dual registered advisors. It means they at one moment they have to do what's in your best interest. At the next moment, they can sell you stuff that's just suitable. That's how they can get away with selling indexed annuities, saying in one breath, I'm a fiduciary. Oh, let's sell you an indexed annuity, which no fiduciary would ever sell you.
Let me know when we can get back to the show, by the way, but go ahead.
This is the show.
Oh, okay. I thought this was a break or something. All right, yeah.
No. But how do you know the difference, Tom? How can you tell the difference?
Oh, my goodness. I only know the difference because if you're wearing the green hat, it's good. If you're wearing the red hat, it's bad. Is that right?
Because you know about the hats.
Oh, okay. Pardon me.
So here's what I'm going to do. The comment period is open for the SEC, so I am going to send them a set of hats with a little note saying, I am. I am. I've already got them boxed up. I'm sending with a note that says, if you're concerned about, we support the fiduciary standard, but not in the form you guys have it. We really think it should be more strict, and we think there should be a requirement that anyone who is a dual registered, or as they're called, get this, in the industry they're called dual hatted advisors.
There you go. Works out perfectly.
So I have invented a pair of hats. So before that rule goes into effect, if
wait a minute, you weren't the
guy
guy who invented the red hat. There was somebody else. I can't remember who it is.
But I invented the dual cap.
Okay.
We have a green hat that says in your best interest and a red hat that says merely suitable. These hats, I would encourage you, if you are not sure whether or not your advisor is acting in your best interest, that you get these hats.
They're not cheap. These are expensive. They're like $30 or something.
That's what it costs to make them.
All right. What are you making them in the basement or something?
It was $13 a hat plus shipping. So
and
they're $33. That includes shipping
on there. Okay. All right.
So that's how much they cost. $13 each. So I'm selling them at cost. $33.
$33. Okay. And you have to buy two.
$33 gets you two.
Oh, I thought that was one hat. Okay,
no,
pardon me. All
that's
right.
two hats for $33.
Okay. Well, how can you wear two hats at one time?
No. Oh, you missed
I have
the
no
whole
idea.
point.
That's so confusing.
You're supposed to tell your advisor, when you're giving me fiduciary advice, please wear the green hat. When you're selling me something that's merely suitable, please wear the red hat. Otherwise, I don't know which role you're playing, which capacity you're acting in. So go check them out. They're at TalkingRealMoney.com. We have a beautiful model who works for our firm, Ricky, and they're there. Go get them.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
All right, let's get this break out of the way really quickly. If you're looking for an investment advisor, you need a fee-only, 100% fiduciary, low-cost, science-based advisor. And that describes Vestory. If you'd like to learn more about us, it's really easy. Go to Vestory.com, Vestory.com, or give us a call at 800-386-3004, 800-386-3004. There, that wasn't so bad.
Reality radio for a really great future. We're talking real money.
And once again, the number to dial to get in touch with us to get a little help, to try to become a better investor, to save yourself some trouble and maybe a lot of money. The number is 855-935-TALK, 855-935-8255. I'm Don McDonald, and over there, Mr. Thomas C. Cock.
And if you have a big head about all this, we can help you too, because we just talked about the hats.
It is an adjustable hat. It
perfect.
even fits my big head.
Yeah, you got one of the major
and I
cranium,
have a
man.
Giant
Yeah, that
head.
thing. Have no idea what
I
it's
have
filled
the
with.
Biggest
but
damn head.
Yeah.
I don't know either, but so far it's worked for me.
And we've had calls and everything from pensions to 401ks.
You keep track?
I know, I do. We've had a guy call us and told us, I love this. I just find it fascinating that somebody, always the conversation always the same. Hey, I know you guys have to tell, the little people how to invest, in index funds and stuff, but us guys over here, we got it all. We're making zillions of dollars while you guys are, you tell the little, it's okay. They could just make a little bit of money, but this is how the real money's made.
So you ever had a meeting where somebody's come in and said, hey, I know that you tell this stuff to all the other people, but what about the special?
Oh, and how many times do you think I heard that when I was on television? People would ask me that all the time. Hey, I know on TV you just talk about index funds, but how do you really make the money?
Yeah, let me tell you how you really. I've got it for you. If you really want to know how these people really make the money, the big hedge funds and all, they either get lucky or they cheat.
Well, there's another part of the whole thing. They charge a lot. They get 2% right off the top. That's a lot of money.
2% off the top and then 20% of profits. Yeah. Or in some cases, there have been some hedge funds charging 3 and 30.
Yeah.
3 and 30.
Doesn't our guy on Billions, didn't he just say he was going to charge people more or something? I always forget. I think he's charging his ex-wife less.
Bobby Axelrod.
Bobby Axelrod, yeah.
Which,
love his
by the
sweater.
way, if you want to get an interesting, fictionalized, of course, view of the hedge fund industry.
Okay, wait a minute. You read that book about Stephen Cohen. There's a lot of similarity there.
It's fictionalized in that there's a lot of other things that probably didn't happen in Stephen Cohen's life, and Stephen Cohen doesn't look nearly as good as anyone in the entire cast.
Well, that's true. I mean, come on.
They don't put big ugly people in these roles. It's like, hey, we're going to cast you we're going to cast a really good-looking person as you.
Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, you can watch that show. You were trying to say you could watch the show and kind of get a feel for how, because it is people pitching their ideas. I mean, there's some of that aspect in a hedge fund,
and there's
of course.
Some nefarious conduct in back rooms and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of nefarious conduct, there's a show on HBO that I think you've watched, and this has nothing to do with money. It's just a plug. It's called The Deuce.
Yeah, I have seen. Yes, I have.
Well, they're shooting the next season of The Deuce.
I was going to say they're not on for a while. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it's about now.
It's about Times Square and the crime and sex.
Yeah,
and,
it's very dark. Very dark. Yeah.
Very dark.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to let you know, my brother is shooting a scene right now.
What is this, shameless plug or something?
It is. Isn't that a shameless plug? I just found out that my brother's shooting a scene for the Deuce.
You know what? As an actor, I'm always happy to hear he's working. So that's good.
I am too. That's because when you're an actor in your late 50s and you've done Broadway.
Right.
Really not. He's done General Hospital. That's his big TV thing. He did that for a while.
That's a big deal. Sure.
But this is like his biggest off-Broadway role, and it's a small role.
He's going to be on the TV show?
On the Deuce, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did watch it.
Well, I'm going to start watching it now. I got to catch up because my brother will be in it next year.
But I don't think it's coming back on for a long time. My recollection.
Well, they're shooting now, so if they're shooting now, they're at least 9 months out.
I don't think I even remember why they call it the Deuce, but that's another.
I have no clue, and I hope it's not.
I'm leaving it at that, so I don't get it.
I hope they're talking about $2 bills or something.
Dollar bill. We have dollar bill here today. That's it, right there. He's right there. Dollar bill.
Does he have the dollar stuck to his monitor?
Yeah, and you don't touch that because he's very sensitive about that. You know.
I know. Wait, this has nothing to do with money. Well, it does.
Oh yeah, it does. Sure, it does.
I caught up, and wow, John Malkovich's pretty good.
I told you he was ridiculous. He plays the oligarch like nobody's business.
He does a nice oligarch.
Yeah, he's scary, man. Very scary. That shows I will say it's entertaining and I can follow it. Westworld, entertaining. I have no idea what's going on. I need a
entertaining
script or something. I have no idea.
There's a Cliff Note version online. Just read along.
I need it.
855-935-TALK is our phone number. 855-935-8255. Give us a call. We still have time to try and help you.
Tom and Don are talking real money.
In addition to the Talking Real Money podcast, I also do another podcast that's very popular over at Apple Podcasts. It's called Money 30. Every day I try to educate and inform you about money in a brief 2 to 4 minute podcast. So check them out at Apple Podcasts or all the other podcast services or at money30.com.
Your guides to a really great financial future. Tom and Don are talking real money.
You should watch Tom during the break. He just gets all heated about soccer.
Well, okay.
Is there something important going on in these games?
Yeah, the biggest game of the year, other than, of course, the upcoming World Cup, is the Champions League final. 2 best teams in Europe playing.
Really?
Yeah. And
so
in this case,
the FA Cup?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that
means. Because that's
the
amateur
England.
Cup in England. So, it's quite a bit bigger.
Oh,
but
that's amateur?
That's anybody. You and I could put together a team.
Really?
Not a good one, but we could put one together. Well, we got a couple of people. Taylor can play a little bit.
I'll be the guy standing at whatever end of the field the ball isn't.
And I'll keep showing my red card till they stop.
I'll be going, Tom, the ball's over there.
But in this particular game, Real Madrid won 3-1 over Liverpool, but the goalie had 2 absolutely horrendous, awful. One went right through his hands, and the other one he went to kick it, and the guy blocked it and put it in the goal. I mean, that's pretty at that level. That's pretty bad. So, sorry. Okay, that's it. Soccer talk is done.
We're soccered out.
Okay,
but we're not money talked out because we have Brett waiting for us. Hey, Brett, welcome to Talking Real Money.
How can we help you?
Thank you, gentlemen. Good to talk to you guys. Got a question. I don't know what you guys call it. Maybe it's like day trading, but I got a couple of friends of mine that kind of dabbled in buying a little bit of stocks, like $100. And I was thinking about doing that because I'm an extremely amateur and I don't really know the stock market well, but it looked like it'd be kind of fun to do that. And I'm just wondering, is that something I should leave to, or is there, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. Is there somewhere out there where I could go to learn how to do it, I guess?
Yeah. No.
Really?
No, the answer is absolutely no. It's not a setup.
Okay.
No, it's a legit question. The answer is, though, no. You can't really learn, we don't believe, to effectively trade because we don't believe that, we think it's more a matter of luck than anything else. It's like saying, yes, Brett, I can train you to pick lottery numbers.
They might not be the right numbers, but we can train you to pick the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I understand the risk that, you're not going to make a lot of money, and you can take the losses with the wins.
But let me stop. Let me ask you a question. Number one, is your retirement fund fully?
No, he's talking about playing.
I know. I'm getting to that. Are you fully putting in the max? Are you maxing out your retirement plan?
Yeah, I think for the most part I am. I mean, that's another thing. I've got a pretty good retirement plan.
You think you? I mean, how old are you? How old are you?
Wait a minute, Brett. How much money are you thinking about playing with in stocks?
We're talking like going to the poker amateur table. I'm thinking like $100 and drop it on some stocks somewhere.
You can't really. One, you can't. You really
Not
can't
much
play
to buy.
individual stocks with that. But what you could do if you really are desperate to gamble in the stock market, and it's and actually it'll be a much faster lesson than gambling in stocks. Individual stocks will gamble in individual stock options.
Yeah, because then the $100 goes somewhere for one thing.
The $100 has a multiplier effect, and if it goes badly, the $100 will be gone in 3 months, and you'll say, "Okay, chalk that up to experience."
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, I'm certainly not looking.
Here, let's use the Peter Lynch method. Let me use the Peter Lynch method on you.
Nobody remembers Peter Lynch.
I remember the Peter Lynch method. All right.
Lord.
So, Brett, if you look around you, what's the bet? What company out there strikes you as the one with the greatest growth potential going forward, understanding that your opinion is probably as valuable as 90% of them out there anyway?
Well, Vestry, of course.
No,
well, we're not publicly traded, but
that
good
is
answer.
so kind of you.
Nice kissing
That's
up.
the first time I've heard that too. By the way,
yeah, that was good. How about publicly traded?
Yeah, one you can buy.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay, look around you.
Give us a name. Give us a name.
That's the thing. Look.
How about Boeing?
Oh, very good. And they've had a terrific track record the last year. Unbelievably great track record.
Then what you do is you go out and you buy Boeing options at whatever I don't know what the current price of Boeing is, whatever the next strike price is.
Something, yeah.
You buy it at the next strike price you're going to pay a 10% commission roughly. You can buy them through a discount broker. You'll pay less than that through a discount broker. And you buy some options for the next strike price. If Boeing goes up and busts through that strike price, you're going to make a bunch of money. If it fails and doesn't go through that, you're going to lose your entire investment. I don't even want to call it an investment. You going to lose your entire bet.
I can't believe you're the apologist now for trading. This is really a big day.
Well, no, I'm saying if you go in with your eyes wide open, you say I am totally gambling. It's $100 that I would go down and blow at Muckleshoot. Have fun.
Okay, all right.
Enjoy it.
Okay,
Tim, you're up next. Welcome to Talking Real Money.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing great. How can we help?
Happy holidays, you guys.
Thank you. You as well.
I'm listening to you again. I've just heard that guy talk about buying or getting into stocks. What about this? What about buying shares? For instance, like in BlackBerry, right now their shares are low. So what if I just bought the shares in there and held on to it until they got to $200 per share?
Or actually, here's the more likely scenario.
That's coming very soon, right? Yeah.
Here's the more likely scenario. You'll buy a few shares. You'll buy a few shares, and they'll go to zero.
That BlackBerry, because that's not even traded on the NYSE.
Yeah, it is.
No, I think it's just in Canada or something.
No,
it's a Canadian company. I know that. Is it? So it's traded in the U.S.
Yeah, just got.
For how much? A couple pennies or something?
Just got bought out by a guy. They're switching over from selling phones to
well, I still have one. I don't use it, but I know where it
BlackBerry,
is.
The stock symbol is BB.
Right next to my push mower and the other stuff in the garage, so it's right there.
BlackBerry is BB. It's trading at $11.75 a share.
Oh, okay. Well, pardon me.
That's right.
And it could go straight up. If they come up with something brilliant, or if they do what BlackBerry's been doing for several years, and you're talking to a guy I know. I was
Don
the
is
announcer.
On the bleeding edge. Well, that's true. You know BlackBerry too. That's true.
I was the announcer for these guys at all of their conferences where they talked about all their secrets that all failed to come to fruition. I lost my job because BlackBerry is such a bad company.
It's in the garage next to as I said, the push mower and the buggy. and
Don't they
all
have
of which
a
will be
new
used
CEO
soon.
Now this guy's pretty good.
Oh yeah. They got a new CEO who's actually turned the company around. It's gone from $6 a share in 2013 to $11 today.
So if you had bought it in 2013, the market's done about the same.
2008. In 2008, it was 136.
Woo! There was a bit of a bat. Tim, thank you.
It's not ever going to get back to
for
that.
Your call. Well, okay. You don't know
Blackberry's
that. By the way,
no Apple. Blackberry's no Apple. They have a few proprietary products that like the car company that makes the car software. But
his point is buy out of favor stocks. Really? Yes, I think that's a great idea. Sure,
you're right. It's a value stock.
Right. Of course
I just want you to understand that when you say, "Hey, it could go to 100," and it could go to 0.
Yeah. I'm going to bet on the latter there. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we want to mention very quickly before we leave here that we got a couple of things coming up. June 13th, I'm doing the Science of Retirement Investing. Right?
Yeah, you are. Lunch Ed. They can sign up at talkingrealmoney.com as they buy their hats.
That's a daytime thing. Then on the 28th of June, I'm doing an evening class with Rick Gregorick looking at all the aspects of retirement. That's on the website as well.
That is.
And then my hat's off to the great Don McDonald because you can get the hats at the website too. How you like that, huh?
Yep. Yes, you can.
And tune to KVI because we got an amazing show coming up here. 570.
I'm so excited.
Talking real money.
Keeping the podcast breaks as painless as possible is my goal. That's why I want to very quickly tell you about the only magazine I've ever heard of that is 100% real investing all the time. There's no business news, no speculative advice, and certainly no lifestyle stuff. It's called Real Investing Journal. I publish it every quarter, and you can get 2 full years for only $25 at realinvestingjournal.com. That's realinvestingjournal.com.
For your real life and real future, Tom and Don are talking real money.
As Tom mentioned, we have 2 big, exciting educational opportunities coming up in June. On the 13th, the Science of Retirement Investing, a lunch ed event 1 hour at noon, and it includes lunch for just $10. And then on the 28th, an evening, that's a Thursday, Retirement Freedom with Tom and attorney Rick Gregorick. And there are really deeply discounted presale tickets available for that too right now. You can get tickets for both of them and get more information at talkingrealmoney.com. You can also get your hats there. Go check it out, talkingrealmoney.com.
We hope you realize that the information provided on Talking Real Money is for educational and hopefully enjoyable purposes only. Providing personalized financial planning or investing advice takes time, so please consult with a really good fee-only fiduciary investment, tax, or legal advisor. We know a good one. Investing must always involve risk. In other words, you can and probably will lose money at times. Also, as much as you want it, no one can accurately, consistently predict the future. So past performance doesn't tell you a darn thing about what the future will bring. Unlike many other programs that say something similar, Talking Real Money is not trying to get you to buy or sell any financial products or securities. Instead, the program is provided as a public service by Vestry, a fee-only registered investment advisor. Thanks for listening, and please visit talkingrealmoney.com for more information and disclosures. Are we done now?